Ayo, ¿cómo está acá? Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Mount Pesco. Just a holiday season workout evening, pushing towards dinner time on Christmas Eve. And did not have the best day. Weight was about the same as yesterday. I had two of my sons over, my two older sons. Well, I had all three of my sons over, but my two other sons came over and we had a pizza party. So we are not feeling like today was a weight loss miracle. But every day of life is a miracle, and we're trying to count the blessings, count the good things in life. I think the more you focus on negativity, the harder it gets to accomplish goals that seem to be unrelated, like losing weight and health and fitness and just general overall longevity and health. You say, well, that's got nothing to do with your finances, or that's not got nothing to do with making your bed, or anxiety and depression, or worrying about life. It's like it's all connected. We're all connected. That's why I talk about stacking your habits, because the more you do, the more you are able to fulfill your positive habits on a daily basis. I won't say happier you'll be, but the more content you'll be, the more you'll feel the gratitude of success, even having accomplished a step in the right direction. If you want to take if you want to walk 1,000 miles, it feels good to take that first step. And even if you're 5,000 steps into the journey, you should still let it feel good to take one more step, because you don't know if you can walk 1,000 miles, but you know you can walk one step. Super extreme human challenges. What would it, like a Navy SEAL. Like you talk to Navy SEALs or you watch their biographies. I was nothing in the range or realm of their kind of dedication to the military, but when you listen to their stories of how they were able to achieve it, it's because they focused on just getting through right now. They never focused on like, oh my God, I have a month left of this, or I don't even know how long it is. It seems like it's hard enough. It's going to be extremely difficult. I was listening to a guy that passed Navy SEAL school the other day, and he was talking about just being positive about accomplishing the moment, and so when you're struggling in life, like right now, maybe there's some bills on the counter, or I'm trying to recover from the stroke and get back to work, or whatever it is. It's like, praise God for the small things. Me and my wife were sitting on the couch earlier, and we jokingly said something kind of negative about life, and we were joking, and we just looked at each other and looked at our baby. We're like, that's what life's about. That's our goal. That's our reward. That's our joy, our love. So welcome to the channel, guys. If you're new here, it's just a diet, weight loss, fitness, overall health. I didn't know I was going to have a stroke when I started the channel, and so now it's transforming as my life transforms, but it's still about overall health and success and fitness, and a little bit about finance and religion. And I try to stay away from politics, because I'm never going to pick one of those two sides. Although one of them seems to be a lot more evil than the other, but I can see how both sides think the other side's evil. So I don't want to get my feet in that muddy water, but I do want to proclaim Jesus Christ. Hi, Krista Robinson. Thank you for checking in. You're the number one commenter, because you're the first one to comment. I'm just wobbling here because I'm on my exercise bike. I got the fan going up there. If I could turn that off, it'd be a little less disorienting. I tried to go live horizontally, but for some reason my phone's always jacked up. Hello, Aiden. Thank you so much for checking in. You guys, please give me that thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Be the first one to see all my new live videos. Zach Attack is coming. He's winning. Hit me with them hearts. Hit me with them gems. I still have never received a super thank you, so I am going to be so appreciative when I do. Get one. Your biggest fan is spinning over your head. Nice, yeah. And even that, I turned it off. Even my biggest fan has given up on me. Yeah, maybe someday I'll have a list of fans. I got my 100,000 subscriber plaque in the mail the other day, and I was thinking about like writing it, holding it. Super appreciative, guys. It's been a few years of just making videos and talking, and I'm not any kind of professional. Well, I mean, if you watch my channel or my other YouTube channel, Airborne Outdoors, it's not professional. It's not videography. It's not professional editing. All it is real, and I can see how that could turn a lot of people off. But I'm not so turned on by all the fake editing and artificial intelligence and photoshopping. And pick up where Adam the Woo left off. That sounds like a trick question for me to pick up at. Where would I pick up? You know, my last couple lives, I haven't went live for a few days because I just keep telling myself, you know, I started out at 315 pounds 10 years ago. I wanted to lose weight, got diabetes, found out I had diabetes. Like, okay, I need to lose weight. And I lost about down to my current body weight almost immediately, like within 90 days. So like I went from 315 to like 245. I'm just a little under that now. So big picture, 10 years later, I'm still down that much. But now I had a stroke. Now I'm older. You know, the older you get, and as it ties into your obesity. And don't sugarcoat it. Don't try to butter your own buns. If you're overweight, you're overweight. Just admit it. It's not a big deal. We can move on. We can, like today, like I said, I had a pizza party with my sons. I had a day that probably did not contribute to my overall health, well-being, or weight loss, but I enjoyed the time with my family. You know, I kind of plan out with myself, and I think to myself, well, would they have been okay if I would have just fried some burgers and had a fruit plate or a salad? And the answer is yes, you know, so it helps me kind of plan for the future and plan how to defeat the tougher days. You know, just don't let the bad days win. I try to tell myself too, you know, like it's always going to be Thanksgiving. It's always going to be Christmas. Just don't even worry about those days. You know, don't go crazy. Don't go over there and eat 10 pieces of pie. You know, eat normally, kind of, you know, budget yourself. But you don't have to be nuts about it. You don't have to walk around like you're not going to eat any of their food. It's your family, it's your friends. Love is far more important than any of this, just for 1 or 2 days a year. But then I have a Christmas party one day, and then my sons come over another day, and then it's a birthday party another day. And if it's just too many cheat days in a month, you know, like if you have 10 cheat days in a month, like that ain't a cheat day. That's a bad habit. You need to learn how to. I need to learn how to work around those. You know, like, is it gonna be as a big a deal as you think to go to Thanksgiving dinner and have some turkey and have, you know, have a salad and not eat all the desserts? You know, is it going to be that big of a deal? Is anybody even going to notice? You know, if you just curb it back a little bit, maybe share a piece of pie instead of having 3 pieces. You know, that's something I learned when me and my wife got married. You know, like eating in America compared to other countries, the amount of food they serve a person is easily enough for 2 people in almost all situations. You'd have to order off the child's menu to get anywhere near the amount of calories that an adult should be eating at once. And even then, you know, it's going to be a grilled cheese sandwich fried in lard and French fries fried in lard and oil. It's going to be terrible for you, and the calories are going to be a little bit even on the high side. You know, you go to a steakhouse and order a steak. It comes with a cider. It comes with a couple sides and a salad. You could easily split that with 2 people. Almost every restaurant you go to. Like you go to an Asian restaurant and order like chicken chow mein for 1. Yeah, that's enough calories for 3. And, you know, so it's easy to split, especially when you get used to it. You order a couple glasses of water with lemon, you order 1 meal, you split it, and you move on your way. You save money, you save time, you feel better. I was talking about it with my wife yesterday, how much better you feel when you're not stuffed, when you just eat super small. Let me try this, guys. I got my let's see. I want to start a Q&A. Dang it, I don't know if that worked. I think it did work, but I don't even care about that one. I wanted to make my own. How many alarms you set? Let's get rid of that one. Let's see what else we can find on here. Top fans. Oh, got 3. Nice. Welcome to the channel, guys. Please give me that thumbs up. Zach Attack, just on the bike, pumping away. I got it on pretty easy right now. Yesterday I only did 5 miles on the bike, but then I did a fairly extreme 1-hour workout with my physical therapist and with outpatient therapy. So went to the hospital, and I mean, when I say extreme, I just mean extreme for me lately. Just walking on the treadmill for 10 minutes. Lots of balance. We did a lot of lunges. Like I was stepping on like a half a exercise ball, one of those ones that are just on the floor, and stepping over that back and forth with a lunge, lunging into it and back, lunging into it and back with both legs, step back lunges, side steps with the rubber band around my ankles. It was a medium. It felt difficult at the time, but when I went to bed last night, my legs were killing me so bad that I could barely sleep. And so I'm just saying I only did 5 miles on the bike yesterday, but I really pumped it up otherwise. I have been able to postpone my breakfast to the point where I think I can incorporate, either waiting till lunch to eat. And then also last night I ate, the last thing was not very late. I went back to the fridge late, but then I snapped to my senses, thankfully, and I walked away from the fridge. Something that helps later at night as far as like curbing your craving for something, because you're really not hungry. You got to sleep. You go to bed with that full stomach, you're not sleeping good at all. Your body's not healing. Your digestion is in overdrive while you're trying to sleep. It's tea. Chamomile tea. I started drinking lotus tea, ginger tea. I have this blood pressure one it's very tart and powerful. I didn't even used to like it, but now I like it a lot. I make a big mug of it with 2 bags, and it turns super red and bitter, and it's a great little after dinner snack. And I know it's well, of course it's no calories, and it's just something hot. And a lot of those teas aid digestion and like calm your nerves and stress relief and sleep aid. And I don't drink any I don't currently drink any tea that has caffeine, but like drinking black tea in the morning and green tea in the afternoon is a great boost of energy without that crash from coffee, that black coffee crash. I'm not saying black coffee is bad for you, but there is a lot of manufacturing faults in it as far as its cleanliness and its moldiness and its freshness of packaging, especially, the pre-ground coffee that's stored in those containers is, especially like a dark roast, you've killed any nutrition out of it. But I think there is some good coffee you can find. You just have to do your research. What's a good light to medium roast? Whole bean, grind it at home, get fresh, get the good stuff. You got to look. I don't know all the qualifications, but obviously, like, as non-GMO and non-pesticide, herbicide, preserved food products you can buy, including coffee. I do think there's some people that are far more allergic to caffeine than others, and I think I'm one of them, because I really love coffee. I have no problem with it at first. Like, if I had a cup of coffee tomorrow morning, I'd feel great, and I'd feel great for a week or two, but eventually I notice it every time. It starts increasing the tension in my body. I start having tight muscles in the back of my neck. I start having a headache. Not so much. It's like just a tension headache, and then the sleep starts getting worse, and then the hunger change, and so it does have a lot to do with the quality of your coffee, but also that I think some people are just more allergic to caffeine than others. Again, like I said, guys, if you're new to the channel, well, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for checking me out. Just a 53-year-old paratrooper veteran, stroke survivor, trying to do the best I can with weight and health and wealth and happiness and religion, and I would say politics if I knew the answers, but I don't think anybody really has the answers at this point. Not that I want to give up. I want to promote what I believe to be good, but I think it would have to be some other direction. It would have to be the Bible way. It'd have to be the rules of Jesus Christ, the laws of God. They're not very challenging. 10 Commandments are pretty clear cut and easy to understand. Nothing extreme. You got 5 like physical laws and 5 like moral laws. You know, don't kill, don't steal. It's like any 6-year-old child that's never heard anything about anything will tell you they know those things are wrong. So let's see where we at. Trying to put some miles on. I had dinner a little earlier, probably between 2 and 2:30. So it was only a couple 2.5 hours ago. Get some miles in is a good thing though, especially before a meal and after a meal. And then also, see when I say that, this is the thing about habit stacking that is so great, because as soon as I thought of working out before and after a meal, I remembered to drink water before and after a meal because I'm used to stacking those things up. And I look back to where I normally put my water jug right here and it's not there. I got one over there though, so I'll probably just put in about a half hour on here. See how many miles we can get in. Maybe I'll go a little more than that. And eat some dinner in a little bit here within the next hour and a half. And then that'll give me some time to do some stretching and maybe some Tai Chi tonight. And stack those positive habits together. Drink my water, get my miles in. Always eat clean. You messed up and ate pizza, let it go. Just because you messed up and ate pizza doesn't mean you messed up and had a bad lunch. Well, you had a good breakfast and you're going to have a good dinner. So just make it a 1 meal mistake, not a 1 day that turns into a 1 week. How many times have you said you had a bad day, so you just totally crashed the whole day, which turns into the whole week? You say you're going to start tomorrow, but then you say you'll start Monday. And then you tell yourself, well, I know I can get fit if I just discipline myself for 100 days. And the 100 days just never starts. You know, you have to start now. You have to plant that seed now. Best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. Second best time is not. Now, of course, it's just a silly saying, because the second best time would have been like 9 years and 364 days ago. But in your mind, it's never too late, and you can go now. Ooh, I'm going 20 miles an hour. Shows me I probably do have it a little later. 6.5 miles in. We haven't been going too long. How long have I been going? Maybe we'll try to hit a 10 or 15 miles. Because I would like to go on it a little bit after my meal as well. Because even if you can just pop on there for 3 miles, you know, you could slowly ride around in 10 minutes and ride 3 miles. So, not too difficult. Got a little squeaky action going here. So guys, if you stop by, please don't be afraid to say hi. I see all the live chat going by, but even if you watch the video after the live chat, please say hi, please give a comment, like, share, subscribe, give me that thumbs up. Makes such a big deal in the YouTube algorithm. And I know as you watch my videos now, and you're like, well, this guy still weighs 240 pounds. You know, for one, that's 75 pounds less than I did weigh. So I'm doing something right. You know, I'm in the right direction. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't watch pornography. I don't engage in illegal activity. You know, I'm not a thief. I'm not a murderer. I'm not a liar. I do my best. I don't covet my neighbor's wife. I don't take any... I pray that I don't place any God before my God in heaven, my Father. And that's a big one to grasp and understand. Like, you can't love your bank account more than your God. You can't even love your wife more than your God. All right, guys, we have the we got the survey up. All right, I think I answered it. Wow. If you guys can see that survey and answer it, that would be sweet, because I don't know how it works. I'm trying to figure it out, though. Ugh, I can't figure it out. It keeps glitching back to the beginning. All right, we'll have to Google that one later. Keep riding with me, guys. Stay on board. Stay on that pain train. There's so much in life that has to be done as far as living a decent life. For yourself, for your community, for society, for a country, for a community to survive and thrive together. A lot of things are going to have to be done that aren't the greatest to do. There's things that suck. There's reasons in our current, and this is the United States, we're in a capitalistic republic, capitalistic society and a constitutional republic. And the biggest reward for doing things that suck is, and it's debatable, but I mean, it's hard work for one. But then you see you see a guy that's a billionaire, and his life seems so easy, and he has so much more than you. And it's like, well, yeah, his life is easy now because he put in the hard work and got rich. And you want to eliminate him. Maybe you want to kill him, but I mean eliminate his position as like, well, we should take, if a guy's worth $1 billion, we should take at least half his money. It's like, well, then nobody's going to try to start a business. So what do you do with all them employees that you're about to fire, that you're about to lose their job? I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that the solutions are not right either. Say, oh, well, take the Fortune 500 companies and sell all of those and sell all the stock, sell the companies and take all the owners' money. And if you took all that, you just pay the national debt for 1 year. It's not even now, because this sample was done years ago and it was already in effect. So now I can't even imagine what the interest on the national debt is now. And if you're trying to blame your political party on the other political party on whose fault it is, you are the problem. You are the one that thinks the other side is against you and your side is for you. They got you fooled, man. Big time. All the while they just line their pockets with their money. They even paid, you'll vote for me and let me keep being corrupt. I will pay you millions of corrupt money that you can send out of the country and just keep my corruption in office. And then the society votes them in every term for 45, 50 years. It's just unbelievable. All the while, they were in power all that time and your life still sucks. Your party, and I'm talking to both of you, like, you got guys that have been on your party, and women have been in your party, basically their whole adult life until they're dead. They had no positive effect. Your life sucks so bad you want to move out of the country, and you think it was because one guy was in charge for 4 years and the other guy was in charge for 4 years. Well, my God, it should at least be half awesome then. But that's just politics. Like I said, I'm not gonna say I'm on one of them teams. I'm on Team Jesus. Let's keep rocking. Let's get these miles in. Kind of feeling the cotton chops. I just hit 8 3/4 miles. So I think what I want to do is hit about 10 miles. Welcome to the channel. Please give me that thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Um, I want to get at least 10 miles in then, and then I could save 5-minute miles for after dinner. Or I'll just get the 15 in, and then I can just go for a short little ride after I eat. Because you want to be able to do something after you eat. You don't want to. I mean, people think tryptophan makes you fall asleep on Thanksgiving, which is, you got to do a little research to see how much tryptophan you're getting and how sleepy it makes you, because that is not it at all. not even a 1% contributor. The reason you're so tired and want to fall asleep during the football game on Thanksgiving after eating at noon is because you just ate enough food for about 5 days of your survival all at once. And you keep doing it, and your insulin is skyrocketing, even if you don't have diabetes, to try to control the amount of carbs flushing into your body, all that sugar, to get it stored. And that'll knock you out. I think it's a survival mechanism for your body to, if you have like a toxic level of food in you, to make you want to go to sleep, which will make you stop eating, you know. If that's all we can do is make you pass out and stop eating, then that'll save you. So, count it all joy, guys. Get on the positive bandwagon. Wake up every day and be glad you're alive. Nobody knows when you're going to die. You say, oh, I'm young, I got a long time. You don't know that. You could walk out the door tomorrow and get T-boned by a school bus. You have no clue, for one. I mean, all the accidents that can happen to you, the violence, the crime, mostly accidents if you're young, but different diseases. I mean, there's newborn babies that, you know, there's infants that have cancer. There's 1, 2-year-old, 5-year-olds, you know, terminal illnesses of all kinds. Be thankful that you're here. Be hard to kill. Just don't die. And part of that is just always try. Always go hard. Don't give in. Always give that thumbs up on positive videos. Always like, share, and subscribe. Always tell your friends about Tip2Tip to get all the hot tips. Live on 70% of your income. Pay your debt down with 20% of your income. Save 10% of your income. When your debt is wiped out, I don't care if it takes a year or 10 years. Then you got 30%. You're living on 70 and you're saving 30. Then you save up 50 grand, you save up 100 grand, you have some money, you got some seed money to do something with. You know, take a long shot, go for it. Buy a small business, buy a trinket shop, invest in, people have made a mint in cryptocurrencies, or, look at the stock market. There's no time in history that if you wouldn't have put your money in the S&P 500 match the market mutual fund, just a match the market fund, there's no time in history that you wouldn't have made out like a bandit in like a 20-year period. Any 20-year period. Start here and there. Take the worst to the worst and you still made out like a bandit. Take the best of the best and my God, you definitely got rich. I'm curious. I just checked your message got blocked. So the commenter said he searched, I don't know, it got blocked, so I don't know if I want to say it, but autism is a serious illness affecting many Americans nowadays. But it says, I searched up autistic people and I found this channel. And guys, it's so great to hear things like that, because that's the kind of unhappiness out there in the world. God, it won't even let me share it. That's the kind of misery and evil people that are in the world that they see a complete stranger online and the first thing they think of is to insult them. I promise you, this isn't a person doing good in life. This is a person I would love to help and embrace and pray for and get on the right track. God, I don't know. It won't let me show it. It's airing out. Oh well. At least I got to see your message. I might even write that one down. So what you like to do is so I'm exercising. So people that aren't exercising get mad. I'm losing weight. So people that aren't exercising, I'm going to come up financially in my life. I'm going to retire young. And so there's all these reasons that people will hate you. Not that they should hate you. They should be just all happy for you. And if you got something they want, they should be like asking you how to get it, or just doing their own research and getting it on their own. But yeah, I was in an incubator for 6 months, and I was given a very small chance to live in the first place. Even though your very existence is like a one in a never-ending impossibility of ever happening. The fact that you're even here, I mean, all the line of your ancestors, the life, the endurance that, the tough lives that they had to survive, generation after generation of starvation and freezing and famine and disease and cold, that 100 generations of people could go by and even still, keep your seed line alive so that you could be born. But then out of the trillions of eggs or sperm in your father and your mother, that one of them was you, that came together. Just, it's phenomenal. You have to give thanks and appreciate the good things. Dang, I don't know why it won't let me hide or show this message, and it won't let it go away. Somebody else give me a comment and see if it'll scroll by. Are you there? Is it me you're looking for? Still plugging. Just getting after it, guys. Doing the best we can. We're gonna, I don't go live on my channel quite every day now because I see myself and I'm like, look, man, you got a weight loss channel and you got, a turkey gizzard going and you're 53 and you have this capacity in you. I know I'm capable of just getting ripped. I know I can be a jacked. 53 is like newborn baby and relative to how healthy some people are. I mean, I know people my age that look to be my great grandpa. I know people 10 years younger than me that look older than me. My dad, for example, he's 77 now and he really shows his age, but he didn't up until about 10 years ago. Like, he was very young looking, still fit and, and thin, like 155 pounds, like 5'8". Well, he got short. I'm like 5'9", but he's shortened up, maybe 5'7", 155 pounds. But I mean, he looks like a 77-year-old, like he's really fit. He's working out, no kind of stomach. I mean, he doesn't have big muscles or nothing, but for his age. And that's kind of part of the story too, is like not comparing yourself to others. Like, if you're going to compare yourself to others, then do it in a good way. Like, say like, hey, I'm doing better than I did before. I'm comparing myself, my new self, to my old self. Or, you don't need to pick out any individual, and you could say, well, I'm doing a lot better than people that this, well, I don't drink, at least. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't watch filth on the internet. I love my wife above all else in this world. I want to take care of her and my child more than anything else I want to ever do. You're not like tooting your own horn that you're some kind of great blessing, but you are who you are, and you want to be a good person. I want to be a good person, so. Oh, guys. I don't know why it won't let me hide or show my message here. I wish you guys would help me. Help me, help me. What is all this stuff down here? Let's check it out. What is this? Automatic chat translation. Hey, give me a thumbs up. Give me a like. Give me a... Trying to put a poll up. See if I can figure that out. Is that gonna just stay there now? No, maybe we can get that off to the side. All right, guys. Hey, if you're on the channel right now, vote for that survey. Yes or no, or maybe so. Check me out. Hit me that thumbs up. Give me a little support, guys. Zach Attack is doing the best he can. I'm on the bike. Recovering from the stroke, so I'm not pumping crazy hard, but I'm doing my stretches and Tai Chi and bike and walking and breathing exercises and cold therapy and that type of thing to just improve my overall well-being. All right, where are we at? We're gonna hit maybe 10 miles on this thing. I'm wanting to go check my delivery. Not 37 minutes. Where's the distance? Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Cranking 20 miles. Oh, I'm at 12 miles. I might as well push on, huh? We'll get them 15 miles in. I'll feel better if I get 15 miles in. See? Laying the example for you. Just do easy stuff. Especially if you're over 40. I mean, if you're under 40 and you're not overweight and, well, then you don't even need to be watching this channel. But I do talk about a lot of things that are not weight related as far as like finance and just life. And I like talking religion, but I don't like to argue about it. I was talking to a Muslim guy on here last week and I really enjoyed it. And I looked up all the verses he said and I totally get it. Like, I understand. Like, I don't think all Muslims are just liars and they don't understand what they're worshiping. Believe that they believe they're right, just like I believe I'm right. And so at least I went and read the verses he quoted, and I have my Quran and I checked it out. I googled some of the verses and I was like, okay, it was, I believe it was taken out of context. Like any Muslim says that they're not, they don't want to do any harm to you. It's like, well, no, they don't. As long as you submit to Islam, as long as you do not deny them. You don't interfere with their agenda. Hey, we're here to take over the world and we're not going to harm you. As long as you agree with everything we do and say and pay us restitution. And they even got names for it, like of all the people that have to pay them that are within their governmental systems that aren't Muslim. So, it's not much of an argument. Like, I believe they have the right to try to take over the world and that's what they're trying to do. And I believe other people have the right to fight back. And that's what I think other people are trying to do. So welcome to the channel. Zach Attack. Pumping the bike. Working the life. Loving the chat. If anybody has any questions, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Answer that survey if you see it, just to let me know. I don't even know if that survey is showing on your screen, but I would really love it if you guys would hit a yes or a no. I don't even care. Just so I know that it's there, because it's something I just never tried before. If it's that hard to hit a yes or no, I understand, but it might not even be showing up on your screen. It's on my screen. It's showing that. Let's see if I can vote for it. No, I can't even vote for it, but I'm hoping it's there somewhere. Need to pump out this 15 miles on the bike. Nothing else good happens. I'm going to delete that thing because I can't even figure that out. Oh, okay. It's in the... There it is. Wonder if I can answer it there. Bum, 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 bum. Let's get there, guys. Oh, down in the comments, can you see the do you believe in low carb for losing weight? Hit the yes or no for me would be great. Or the thumbs up, or the super chat, or the sticker to gem, or the like, share, subscribe. Don't be afraid to go for it. Any questions, guys? Let's chat. Whatever you want to talk about. Weight loss, diet, fitness, exercise, religion. Not sports, not music. Don't know anything about those. Or if you're my son that just was here and you're talking about your information technology degree. I don't know anything about that either. But I hope you finish your certification that you're going through and you find the dream job of your life shortly. So, where we at, guys? Where's the questions? Where's the comments? What are we yakking about? Can we, what can we talk about here? It's a little early still, that's why. It's only 5:52. We got to get on that bandwagon of rolling conversation. Okay, guys, so let's suppose we jump on a boat with 100 of our friends. We all agree that we're going to start a commune out on this. It's a private island. It's a big island. There's some flat land, there's some woods. It's kind of it's not like a tropical rainforest, you know. It's up maybe just south of the 38th parallel, and it's big enough to support, you know, 50,000 people or whatever. But we got 100 people. We're just gonna sail out there and get dropped off because we have all the plants and we have all the seeds we need to grow food, and we have all the farm animals with us. You know, we have herds of cows and chickens and all the different lamb and goat and whatever we want, and we know there's several fresh streams of springs. There's fresh spring water that just bubbles up all over this island, and it's just year round. And so, you know, we just go in there to just all live together and not really be constricted under some governmental form. And so we want to just be free and live our best life. Now, do we have internet? Do we have, you know, are we living like, you know, like old farmers, or, you know, do we have modern technology? That's that's an argument for a later time. But this argument is, so all these 100 people, you know, we all build houses, and we gather our wood, and we have water containers, and the crops are all planted, and we're all established, you know. And we're all just doing what we want to do. We're living our dream life, you know. But somebody's got to plow the fields, right? And somebody's got to go get the water, and somebody's got to cut the wood, and so that's not that big a deal, you know. We just take volunteers, you know. 10 people go cut wood, 10 people go get water, 20 people, 30 people go plow the field, and of course, you know, you only need to plow the field once a year, and take a couple weeks, however much, you know. For 100 people, you don't need that big of a farm. You know, you got all kinds of vegetable garden, you got grains growing, and then you know, you guys build a silo, and you got a big silo for the winter. You get all your grain stored up in the silo. It's not even that big, but it's big enough for a few hundred people. You know, you have 500 people, because you know you're gonna grow. You're having babies. You know, you brought mechanics and engineers and doctors, and you know, you didn't bring any lawyers, and you didn't bring any judges. So, you know, you kind of got to work your way through some of these issues. And nobody's really the leader, so you've kind of you all come together, and just, the government is all of you. You know, you all own this island. You all pitched in on it, and you all went for it. And a couple of years go by, and everything's going great. And a storm hits, and the silo collapses just a couple weeks before the harvest. And you know, you got your 110, 15 people going there, because you all been getting pregnant and having babies, and, you know, you're half men, half women. If there's more than that, I don't know who else there is. But we got to get this silo rebuilt quickly, like within the next 2 weeks, and it's going to take about 20 people to rebuild this thing in 2 weeks. We have the materials, we have the tools, we have the wood. You know, we have big forests. We have you know, woodworking shops, and we got hunters and gatherers, and we got everybody we need. And we got mechanics and stuff. But like, so we only have like 10 people to rebuild this silo, and it's not going to be built in time to store the grain there, and then our grain's going to go bad, and we're not going to have enough food to get through the winter, and we're not going to be able to plant our crops in the summer with our saved up, you know, with our seeds. So we need to get 10 more people. and we don't have any volunteers. This person says, "Hey, I'm going to collect the wood," and this person says, "Hey, I'm into sunbathing today because I'm living in my utopian paradise and I want to do what I want to do." And hey, I agree with you. I don't think anybody should be forced to do anything. I really don't, even today. Like, you should not be forced to do anything. Should there be such thing as gay marriage? I would say no, because you shouldn't force me to write a piece of paper and give it to the government when I get married. Doesn't matter what you are, gay, straight, or upside down and backwards. I don't care. You shouldn't be forced. Slavery, wrong. It's forced. So how do I get these 10 people? Are we going to just let our society collapse? It didn't make it 2 years. We're already running into these big problems. Do I got to force them to help? I got to just pick 10 people? Or do you want me to pay them? Do you want us to be in a capitalistic society where I'll pay them? What works? How do you get people to do things they don't want to do? And have it be fair? Now we've been lucky on our island here. We don't have any crime. We brought all the good people we could find. 50 honest, loyal men and 50 honest, loyal women, and we all came out and we're all just living our best life. And we're everybody's contributing and doing their part. But now there's extra. Now the silo caved in and cracked, and we got to fix it. And we got to force 10 people to do it, or we got to pay 10 people to do it, or we got to coerce 10 people to do it. How do we get the 10 people to do it? And how is it fair? How does it work within our system? If we're not going to be governed you're going to be governed by somebody. But this argument is that you don't have a government. You could say, well, we'll have a lottery, and we'll just, out of the 100 people, we'll just draw straws or whatever. Well, then you're forcing them, and they don't get rewarded for doing more work. Everybody still has to do their work. Them 10 people still have to go chop their wood or go hunting or gather water or build houses. But then they got to also go build the silo. So why did they get screwed and you didn't? That ain't fair. You forced them to do it. You pay them to do it. Let's say you don't have money on your island, which is probably a good idea. But you say you'll reward them. The people that get the food, well, we'll give you more food. The people that get the wood will give you more wood. And the people that, do the cooking, we'll give you more food. We'll reward you for doing more work. Well, then you're starting to get into like a capitalistic society. Now you're talking about people get rewarded for hard work, for doing more. What about to every man his need and his ability are equal? If you're able to do something, then you do it, and your needs will be provided. Well, man, in that scenario, if I was on that island and it said, well, you're going to have to do as much work as you're able to do, I would say, well, I'm unable to work. So I'm going to sit and play video games, and you guys all just keep bringing me my wood and my fire and my wood and my firewood and my food and my water and my medical care, and everybody provide for me, and I'm just going to chill out, because that's fair, because I'm incapable. And I guarantee you within a year, out of those 100 people, you're going to have 50 of them that are unable to work, and it's going to start collapsing your society. And the other 50 are going to have to do double the work to pay for the other 50. And if you think that's fair, if you think that's a just system of how we can get our society to operate fairly, it's just so corrupt and so dirty, so unjust. It's beyond explanation to me. I don't know the answer though. I mean, I guess reward them. Work hard and get rewarded. Don't work and don't get rewarded. You're saying if somebody is born handicapped, you wouldn't help them? No, that ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying that you're not handicapped and you're perfectly capable of working. You should. If we're on that island and there's a boat, there's a big Carnival Cruise Line sinks and some people wash up on shore that are, broken legs and, starving. And yeah, we help them. That's what good people do. That's different than helping people that don't need help. Helping people because they don't want to. And I'm not even saying they're dumb. If you've swindled the government for billions, bravo to you. you got away with it, and you're probably gonna get away with it, and you're probably never gonna pay it back, and you're never gonna pay any crime or criminal punishment for it whatsoever. Well, you know, you're awesome. You got me. I mean, I bust my ass. Oh my God, I went past 15 miles now. I'm almost up to 17 miles. Guys, I got to start telling stories, and I just blow right by it. All right, let's check up on this next mile. I think what did I say? 17 miles? Almost might as well go for 20 now. Welcome to the channel, guys. Please give me that thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Give me that $5 thank you, or that $2 super chat. Love me sticker. Give me that gem. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. That little heart. Give me that emoji. Just let me know you're there, guys. 51 minutes live. We can't jive. So, guys, I know, you know, I'm not jacked yet. And when I get there, the channel's going to be blowing up. And so I got to just hurry up and get there. So on that note, let me flip this camera around. Let's see if we can see our miles going by here. So we passed up 17 miles, 17 and a quarter miles. That's enough for today, guys. God bless you. You know, Jesus loves you. I love you. And I'll see you guys in the next video.